Hello, Assalamu alaikum. All right, science and biology ninjas. Let's discuss another interesting topic of the biology. Before going into detail, just subscribe my channel and like my video and do comment what would you like to see in future. So, did you know what I am? Basically, I am removing metabolic waste products such as urea and other nitrogenous waste from the blood. I regulate the water content of your body fluid. I regulate the pH of the body fluid. I also remove excess of water, salts, hormones, and drugs from your body, which otherwise will be harmful for you and your body. So, I hope you understand what I am. I am a kidney. Let's find out more about myself. So, all right, if you look into the detail, that kidney is in a bean shape, and we have two of them, and they are placed in actual abdominal area. This abdominal cavity. So, if you look into the detail, they are like little, small, nice connective tissues which are composing the kidneys. Kidney are basically 3 centimeter thickness, 6 centimeter wideness, and 12 centimeter long. They remain different in males and the female. The average weight of the kidney is roughly 128 gram of the right side and 137 gram of the left side in the male kidney. However, in the female, the average weight of the right kidney is 108 gram and 116 gram in left kidney. Let's discuss the anatomy of the kidney. There are basically three layers of the kidney: renal cortex, renal pelvis, and renal medulla. Before discussing these three layers, let's understand how kidney is cushioned in the abdominal cavity or how it is protected from the microorganism. Renal capsule is the outermost layer which is protecting the kidney from harmful microorganisms. Basically, it is a loose connective tissues and it prevents certain type of infectious microorganism from spreading into the kidney. Now, just for your information, there is another connective tissue layer surrounding it, like outside of this one renal capsule, is the more superficial layer, which is known as perirenal fat capsule, which is composed of adipose tissue. So, connective tissue and adipose tissues both are making this renal capsule layer and protecting and cushioning the kidney from any sort of damage or harmful infections. Now discussing the other three parts: renal cortex, renal pelvis, and medulla. After the fabulous covering of renal capsule comes the renal cortex, which is very important in part of the kidney. It is basically reddish brown in color, and it is the outside part of the kidney which covers the renal medulla, the inside part of the kidney. From here, the very delicate structure nephron starts. The medulla contains little triangular pieces known as renal pyramids, and the renal cortex covers the renal pyramids like a cap. There are many functions of the renal cortex which make it very important for the kidney. The very foremost of them is the production of erythropoietin, which is a glycoprotein hormone and involved in stimulating the red blood cell production. Some of the other functions of the renal cortex is to balance the electrolytes and water. It also maintains the blood pressure and amount of extracellular fluids. It also balances the acids and the bases. Vitamin D production is one of the important element of the renal cortex. The balance between calcium phosphate and production of glucose, your liver make most of the glucose you need, but some is made in the kidneys as well. So these are the important elements or the important functions of the renal cortex. Now moving on to renal medulla. Now comes the medulla, which is the innermost part of the kidney. It consists of cone-shaped renal pyramids that contains the blood vessels and tubular structures of the nephron. Nephrons are the filtrating units of the kidney and that includes the glomerulus, a specifically modified blood vessels that filters the blood. We will discuss nephron in more details in our next video. The blood vessels and the tubular structures within the medulla includes medullary collecting duct, loops of Henle, vasa recta, and interstitum. There are approximately 8 pyramids in each kidney, and the renal medulla also consists of the renal columns, which are the spaces between the renal pyramids and the renal papillae. Renal papillae refers to the tips of the renal pyramids, which collect the remainder of the filtrate, consist of the waste and the solutions. Papillae then deliver the filtrate or the urine into the microcalculus, and which connects to the ureter that deliver to the bladder. So basically, in short, the medulla is reabsorbing and the filtrates. It regulate the concentration of the urine by filtering the water, salts and acid, and giving the kidney a more of its proper regular function. After the renal medulla, the collecting duct empty itself into the renal pelvis, which is basically a large cavity that collect the urine. You can say it is a renal pelvis or pelvis of the kidney, which is funnel-like dilated part of the ureter inside the kidney. It is formed by major renal pelvis interrupted cup-like projections known as calyx. These are present at the periphery. All the calyx and joined together to make a major calyx. It has a mucous membrane which is covered by the transitional epithelium and the loose, dense connective tissues inside. So, this renal pelvis empties itself into the ureter, and from the ureter, the urine is taken to the bladder. In the bladder, it has the capacity to remain content for the 6 hours. After 6 hours, the urine is removed outside of the body. Here, the very important part of the kidney is the nephron, which we are going to discuss in our next video. Nephron is such a delicate part which is involved throughout the kidney, from the renal cortex, medulla to the pelvis. All the function of absorption and the filtration is done by the nephron. Let's discuss the nephron in our next video. So I hope you enjoyed the video and understand the concept of the kidney and its composition and its function. So eat healthy, drink more, and enjoy your life. Do subscribe my channel for more future information and videos.